Hi, everyone. It is Sylvan from Sylvan's Way, and today I have something really super fun. So imagine what if your favorite tarot decks came to a Halloween party? Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be fun? So today we're going to go over 8 themed decks that are strutting down the runway to compete for best costume. Let's get to it. So the reason I came up with this particular theme was because at my work, I work for an IT department. I work in an IT department and I've worked there for like 12 years. And we love Halloween at my company. And so as an entire department, we will pick a theme and we will all dress up as characters of that theme. So it's usually a TV show or a movie where there's enough characters because there's at least 20, 25 of us. I mean, at minimum 15. So anywhere from 15 to 25 people that actually dress up. And we go around the office and we like decorate our individual desks and the different offices that our managers are in, all that kind of stuff. And so that's what made me think of this because normally a Halloween costume is going to be just like an individual or a couple, but we used to do it as an entire team. So that's what I thought of. And that's what I thought of when I thought of these decks. I was like, oh my gosh. And it just brought back such good memories of every Halloween we do that. So let's think about this on that terms of this is an entire team getting dressed up and doing a costume contest. Okay, so the very first one we have is the Nightmare Before Christmas. And yes, we have actually dressed up as this theme at my work. These are the backs, and this is such a fun one. Now, granted, it says Christmas in it, but it also says nightmare. So I think that everyone out there loves this movie and would how many people, like, tell me how many people have actually dressed up as one of these characters, like, you know I mean, I think I've definitely dressed up as Jack Skellington, definitely, or Sally, So this is such a great movie, and it's so fun to dress up as these characters. So I'm not going to go through the entire deck, but one thing I am going to do is I am going to get to the world card, and we're going to put that to the side so that we can compare all the world cards of the decks in the end so that we can make a decision about best costume. So that's the first deck, the Nightmare Before Christmas. The next deck is Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Oh my gosh, who doesn't love this movie? So we have also, believe it or not, we have also dressed up as this movie. So these are the backs. Aren't they freaking adorable? So these are the cards. So if you're familiar with this movie, I mean, I ordered this book and so that I could use it in a costume. So, I mean, how many out there? How many of you out there actually have that book and dressed up and as one of these characters? So, like, this is just a great movie and so fun to dress up and play the music of when she was, they were playing the music and dancing by the staircase. I mean, it is so fun. So fun. Such a great deck. So, this is a Beetlejuice Tarot deck. This one right here. The music they played in the background. Oh my gosh, I can't remember the music that they played off the top of my head. And there's the world. So, not too impressed with the world cards of these decks so far. I mean, what about you? I almost feel like maybe I should have chose the Fool instead. Why don't we do that? Let's choose the Fool instead, because these world cards, I thought they would be great, but they're not doing it for me. I don't think that's a fair assessment. Okay, so that is Beetlejuice, and you won't believe the next one. The Sanderson sisters of Hocus Pocus. Who doesn't love this movie? This is actually a movie that we didn't dress up as this movie. This is the backs, kind of lame, but these are the cards. We have not dressed up as this movie at my work. It would be so fun to dress up as this. But this happens to be a movie that I actually really enjoy watching, like, every year. And I will definitely, in a heartbeat, if there is a showing of this someplace in public, you know how they invite you to join and sit around and they serve hot cocoa and apple cider, warm apple cider. I will definitely go to those public events and sit around and watch this movie with a bunch of other people around me. Actually, saying that might be actually kind of fun. Like spooky movie night with your friends. Did I get this out of order? Did I already pass the world card? Well, that's the card. I was too busy talking and flipping that I didn't realize how far I'd gone in the deck. Okay, so our fourth one, and let's make sure that we have enough room for all four, because we're gonna put all of these up here side by side, and we're going to do 2 rows. Okay, the next one is Disney villains. Who has not dressed up as a Disney villain for Halloween? We actually did this one at work, and this is the backs. And then we also, believe it or not, I went to a friend's house that had a party that was based on Disney villains. And so everybody was dressed up as the party as Disney villains. So this is another really fun, great deck that really encapsulates all of the different villains of all the different Disney movies. And it's just so fun. How many of these Disney villains do you know? Do you know all of these, or are you not like really up on Disney movies? My friend was dressed as him. Oh, he looked so good. He looked so good. And his girlfriend was dressed up as Persephone. So it's really good. The star, the moon, and the sun. And there's the world card. So that is all the major arcanas of Disney Villains Tarot deck. Okay, so the next one is the Lord of the Rings. So my company did not, these are the backs, did not do Lord of the Rings, so to speak, but they did do some gnomes. So we dressed up as gnomes. We were all different gnomes, and it was super fun. I actually have a very good friend at my work that she is a little people. She's only like 4'10", and she actually had such a fun time dressing up as a little gnome. And she looked so stinking adorable in her costume. And you would think that she would have been insulted, but she didn't. It was actually her idea, and she wanted to do it. It was so fun. And we were all like, we were like super tall gnomes, and she was a little gnome. So this particular deck, one thing I don't like that this deck is so pippish, but I do love the wood carving design of this deck. So I kind of am torn as far as the pippish. Like a lot of these decks are very pippish, and I don't like pip decks. But anyway, so the next on the runway is Stranger Things. Oh my gosh. This is one of my husband's and mine favorite TV shows on Netflix. And we have actually rewatched it a couple of times. So here's the backs, and then here's the cards. The Fool. And I have not dressed up as any of these characters, but this particular show really hits home for us because the opening scene where they're all playing Dungeons and Dragons in the basement really takes it back for my husband. So he is definitely, I think I've mentioned it before about how he has been playing Dungeons and Dragons since he was a kid. And so this really was meaningful because it took him back. Like, we grew up in this era. So this is everything about this TV show is 100% us. So, and the world, isn't that sweet? So that is Netflix Stranger Things. Then another favorite show of mine growing up is Buffy. Yes, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This is the next one on the runway. And this is the backs. And here's the cards. Now, I think as far as colors, I love this deck. I love the pink with the purple, and all of the characters that they chose for the cards are stinking awesome. So this is really fun. Now, I have not dressed up as any of these characters at work or going to a Halloween party, but I think it would be super fun to dress up in these characters. But I have definitely dressed up as a vampire. So I don't know if that counts. I mean, but that would be fun. It would be fun if my husband dressed up as a vampire and I dressed up as Buffy. That would be super fun. So this is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Oh, I like that world card. Okay. So that is our 9th contestant. And our very last contestant is Supernatural Join the Hunt. So these are the backs. So here we have the backs. And these are the cards. I think I got these out of order. There we go. There's the Fools. So here we are. There's the Fools. Sam and Dean. And this TV show, I have watched this TV show multiple times. Such a good TV show. And I really like this deck. And I feel like they really encapsulated on the characters and the archetypes for all the different cards they chose. Some of the cards in this deck are a little pippish for me. When we get back, well, if you know, you know. But overall, this is a really great deck. Have you dressed up as any of these characters on this one? I think this one would be harder because there really aren't really costumes that you can do for this deck. This is more like these were like normal people, that dressed in normal clothing. So I don't think it would be as easy to dress up as in costumes on this. Okay, so this is our 8 decks that we have that went for the Halloween costume contest. And so we need to look at this and decide which ones did it the best. And as far as the backs, let's look at the backs. Let's decide who has the best back. Okay. So looking at the backs, I have to tell you right away, for me, it's so funny that 4 of them are purple. For me, I like the ones that have a little more design to them. So if I were to choose the best costume based on the back, I would say it would be a toss-up between these two. So I really think this back is stinking adorable with these skeleton faces, the bats, and the little bugs. And then I really like this one because I like the wood carving. So if I were to say, based on my top three, and I do like this damask-like design, it's so classic. So this would be number 1, number 2, and number 3. So Beetlejuice is winning so far, and Lord of the Rings is in second. Okay, let's flip them over. Okay, so the next one will be color scheme. Which color scheme wins out on all of these decks? So when I'm looking at these decks, I have to tell you, I am totally drawn to the color scheme of this purple and red. I love this color scheme. This is probably my favorite. Consistent color scheme throughout all of them. So this for me would be number 1. And then I really like the blue with the red pop. So this is number 2. And then for the third one, I would have to say this one. So Stranger Things, because I like the way that it glows and the blue glowy background. So for best color scheme, we have Buffy, we have Supernatural, and we have Stranger Things. Okay, now the last one is for artwork. Which artwork do we love the most? So which one of those? And again, I love this artwork. I really do love this artwork. And this is so classic. Oh, it's so hard. Which one is the best one for artwork for you? I think I'm still going to have to go for Buffy. And then I have to go for Stranger Things and then Beetlejuice, actually. I really like the Beetlejuice artwork. When I was flipping through the deck, I liked that one. So Buffy, Stranger Things, and Beetlejuice for artwork. Then lastly, my last category, I know there's 4. Like usually there's 3 or 5, but I've got 4. So for the last one is overall theme and deck itself. Which one wins in that area? And when I was flipping through the cards, the overall theme and deck itself still is Buffy. Buffy, Buffy, Buffy. And then the next one I liked is Stranger Things. I love all the images that they chose and the realistic images that they chose for Buffy. And then Nightmare Before Christmas is my other one because I love all those classic images. I love this movie. So, and it's so easy to make the cards because, you know, it's cartoonish. So this is the winner for that. So that was our Halloween costume contest. If I were to put these in order of which ones I thought was the best, I would go Buffy, Stranger Things, yeah, Supernatural, Nightmare Before Christmas, Beetlejuice, Hocus Pocus, then the Lord of the Rings, and then lastly the villains. So tell me, which one would you have chosen? Which one is your top Halloween costume contest? Who would you have had win? on the Halloween costume contest. Let me know in the comments below. And, that was it. That was our contest. A short, sweet one. 20 minutes is pretty good for me to get through these. But that was the Halloween costume of the different decks that are all based on TV shows and movie themes. I hope you enjoyed. Definitely hit like, hit subscribe, and follow me for more spooky themed decks all October long. Until next time, I appreciate you. Thanks. Bye.